What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Or if you are new here, welcome. I am the Wolfman or Alien Wolfman today. I'm joined by my co-host, friend, and Alien fan as well, Ross. Good to have you on here tonight with us as we are discussing Alien Romulus, which was hyped up. This is, you guys saw my Owl Theater reaction. I love this film. We are gonna go in depth talking about. We're gonna have a non-spoiler session for you guys, and we're just gonna give our basic thoughts. And then after that, we're gonna mostly dive into spoilers because there's a lot of stuff to talk about in this film.
I like to do predictions because I'd like to do something, like that I wish they would continue with, inside the Alien series.
Oh, like the TV series coming?
No. I mean just the movies in general.
Yeah, that would be.
Yep, because it has to do with the letter.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're pretty much gonna go into all of it here. Which, if you guys missed it in my Owl Theater reaction, I'll show them off again real quick. But I did get this popcorn bucket, which is a xenomorph head, and that was really, really cool. The popcorn is goes into the top hole there and such, but yeah, really, really cool. And then probably the coolest popcorn bucket I've ever seen. And then the other one here that actually lights up green like this. So, and it has.
Can you pull it out? I heard you can pull it out.
Facehugger. Oh, pull the facehugger out?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I will look that up because I don't want to break it, of course. But I will look that up as soon as I get done here and see if I can do that. But yeah, and you got that cool thing on there. So I definitely shout out for this because I'm a huge Alien fan and really wanted to have both of the buckets, and I'm glad I did because both of them are sold out now at my Regal. So yeah, now my history with Alien is I love the first two, Alien and Aliens. To me, those are 10 out of 10 amazing films. The first Alien being a horror kind, complete slow burn kind of horror movie. Aliens being a straight up kind of horror action movie. Really, really good stuff for those two. Then you get to Alien 3, Alien Resurrection, stuff like that, and it started to teeter off for me. And when I was watching stuff like Prometheus, I was like, okay, this isn't bad. But then Alien Covenant comes out, and I wasn't a fan of that one. And I was just like, it's time for this franchise to just die at this point. Like Prometheus is good. I liked it, but it wasn't anything to write home about. Oh my God, it's amazing. So it's one of those things where I just feel like at this point, it's the franchise should die. But then I saw all this marketing for Alien Romulus and the posters, which, it's including this cool poster behind us and all the trailers and such. And I was saying to myself, okay, all right, this one's interesting. And then you attach Freddy Alvarez's name to it, the man who did Don't Breathe, who did the Evil Dead 2013 remake. This dude is awesome and has directed so many cool movies and such. So I knew I was in for a special treat whenever he was announced, because he has not missed so far. And I'm glad my wish was granted. I freaking loved this movie. Thought it was maybe my third favorite of the Alien franchise now, right behind the first two. I freaking adored this film. Can't wait to see it again. This Fetty understands going back to the roots of what made this franchise great to begin with is to make the aliens scary. That's the ultimate thing. That's the ultimate goal, is to make them scary. And he manages to pull that off here in spades. He makes a really scary, tension-filled horror movie that you are on the edge of your seat through the entire runtime, and you just are absolutely like clenching your butt cheeks, all that stuff during some of the sequences here. Kaylee Spaney, marry me, please. She is becoming a celebrity crush of mine. She's awesome in this movie and Civil War. Should have been Ellie in The Last of Us TV series, but that's a topic for another day. I think that she's absolutely incredible in this. Isabel Merced was great. What they do with her character is wild, though. This movie takes some wild swings. Some people think it swings and misses. I don't think that at all. I think it takes a big swing and it sticks to the landing for me. But yeah, all the performances are great. The direction was great. Probably one of the most beautiful looking Alien movies. Like the cinematography was gorgeous.
I thought like what I love though, and it's not a spoiler at all, is this movie actually has like the dirty, grimy, industrial feel of the first two.
Agreed. And it really does that thing well of showing you the thing that's going on in the background. You know, you can see the thing crawling up in the background, or you can see something chasing after her and it's like a shadow because of the fog or something like that in the background. So it's like they managed to make the surroundings just as terrifying with the shots and the cinematography.
Do you think this could like open up a Alien vs. Predator, like reboot series? I do.
I mean, I know that Fede Alvarez wants to do it, and he's friends with the director of Prey, and so
he wants to co-direct with him. He said,
"Yeah, so that would be really cool. I would be down for that, especially one that's canonical, because I think that both AVP movies got retconned, and I don't think they're like actually canon anymore. So a lot of people don't consider them canon. So that'd be cool to actually have one that's canonical to the franchise to come out and release it in theaters, not just on Hulu. Freaking Prey producers.
Yeah, luckily this one was almost a Hulu movie.
It was almost a Hulu movie, and then they made this choice they said, no, this is good enough to release in theaters. And I'm glad they made that choice, because this is also
my third favorite Alien movie.
And also, I gotta say that one reason I'm glad it was in theaters is that sound design. The sound design in this movie made my whole chair like vibrate. It was insane. I didn't even see it in Dolby. It makes me want to rewatch this in Dolby. Like, I kind of want to, my next viewing of this film, I might track down a Dolby Cinema just to watch this, because the sound already, just in normal format, was impeccable to me. So I just, so if any of y'all got to see in Dolby, let me know what y'all thought of it in that format.
Also, like, you gotta take Zaire to this.
Oh yeah, he unfortunately had to miss going with us that night, but I'm totally taking him again, because his reaction to what happens at the end
is gonna be
that's gonna be priceless.
And I'll put my joke that I said though, like in the spoiler section, but it's bad though. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
But, this is my third favorite one, is because like I know. Have you ever seen the director's cut of Alien 3?
I never did. No.
Oh, the director's cut's actually a really good movie. Do you know what the director's cut does?
What?
It basically takes like David Fincher's original vision and puts it in there.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, that would be, I mean, I'm sure they still do the decision that people hate.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
But so, yeah, and then but like, I love this movie. It is so creepy. And there was a scene, where where I thought I was gonna fall out of my chair because I was literally like that scared. And then theaters, this is kind of off topic, but not really. Theaters, please stop this. My movie was supposed to start at 9:00. Start at 9:35 to 9:40.
Yeah, It's ridiculous. They play the reason why my freaking theater goes so long with trailers is because they don't even play the movie trailers at when the showtime is supposed to be. They're still playing the soda commercials. They're still playing the
Okay.
stuff like that. And I'm like, wait, it's 9 o'clock and you're still playing a commercial for Pepsi.
Well,
It's
like
like
mine though,
it's like yeah.
mine like is different though because you know, like after all the trailers, like they'll do a soda commercial, but they'll say you know, like get this soda at AMC. You know, about like how it's one of the donors,
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
it does a Nicole Kidman thing. You know,
Which is already long in and of itself. That's like isn't that like 3 minutes long or something? And
it's shorter now.
okay. Oh, okay, good. I was gonna say like because on top of having that many trailers,
Let me look up how long it
okay, it's
is.
like
But yeah, you know, like I love this movie. And, like Isabel Merced was really good.
sure was. Um,
And then watch out for that guy. I'm gonna look up his name right now.
oh yeah,
You know which guy I mean, right?
yeah. He had, like you said, he had the hardest kind of performance acting to do in this movie because when the character of Andy in this, because whenever you're dealing with his character, there's so many different kinds of emotionless emotions he has to give, which is like
Yes.
interesting.
He was in Ride Lane. Apparently, I've never seen it though.
That's where I saw him. Yeah, he's great in that. Yeah, I knew I recognized him. He is fantastic. So yeah, they hired a great actor for that. He is great. One of my kind of flaws character wise of the film is that there are a few other characters like that kind of like jerky jock guy that they showed or whatever, and a few other ones. There was like almost very little to no development for them at all. So you
I
didn't
actually
really.
disagree with that though. I disagree
Oh really?
because there's a moment where it says something about his character.
Oh, okay. I might have to go back then. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but I do have uh two actual legit flaws that I'll get into whenever we get go into our
And I've
spoiler
heard about one
discussion.
of
But
them, and people don't understand though something about that one. I'm not saying you don't, but you know.
Yeah, I probably share the same complaint as a lot of.
I don't know, but it's more about you know like what people asking you know, like why is it in there, and I'll explain you know.
Yeah, one of them I can. I'll explain what it is whenever we get to the spoiler section, but this film definitely, I feel like most of the time, it does really good with fan service. This film has a lot of really good fan service. This film has a lot of callbacks to Alien, to Prometheus, to a bunch of different films in the franchise. My one issue is there's a callback in the film that feels so on the nose that I was like, really? Are we doing that out of all that? So that is like the one thing there that I.
Oh yeah, too. And I don't think this is really a spoiler because it's the opening of the movie. There's a callback to the original Alien in the opening movie.
Really?
Okay, you remember like if you'll pay attention again, do you remember like when they fly by the ship, you know, and you see a pieces of the ship, you know, just floating in space?
Yeah.
Guess what ship that is?
Oh,
It's the Nostromo.
Oh shoot. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Because yeah, this takes place right after Alien 1, and it's like in between Aliens. So that's
And then it's not a spoiler because it's the opening scene of the movie.
Yeah. So but yeah, and it also does the whole little font that they did in the original Alien too with the
yeah, doing that. It got voted the scariest trailer of all time. And then people who said that you know like the trailer spoiled the whole movie, it didn't.
Yeah, I didn't even watch the final trailer whenever
I did. I had to,
but yeah,
you gotta watch the final trailer because it doesn't really give anything that much away.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. It's not like a Deadpool and Wolverine kind of final trailer situation then. But yeah, and also I do want to say like the visual effects for the most part. Yeah, there's one part we are going to talk about where where they use a bit of CGI that didn't work for me. But for the most part, every single other piece of practical effects, when they used the practical effects, looked so good. Like the xenomorphs looked so good. Um the thing, that's all I'll say at the end, looked really good. And the like everything else looked really, really good on that front. But um and yeah, great. Uh just everything about it, pretty much just about everything is great. So if you are ready, I am definitely
Well, I've been ready. I've been ready. I've been trying not to
ready
say
to talk about our going into our spoiler section. So all you people now who are watching this, tune out
and
now
this
if
is
you
a hard
don't.
movie to talk about without spoiling.
Yeah, it is, because there's a lot of stuff that happens, and stuff for the franchise, stuff just for this movie in general. So yeah, definitely. If you guys have not seen Alien Romulus, trust me, take our recommendations. We give it a thumbs up. If you have any trepidations with it, definitely go check it out, go see it, and then come back here at this point of the video and watch us dive into the spoilers section, because there's definitely a lot we need to discuss. I'm sure y'all a lot that is on your minds that you want us to discuss. So
Yeah, yeah.
we will start off with, of course, the big thing at the end that happened that everybody's going to be wanting to talk about, which is, what the fuck was that nightmare fuel? That was
Yeah.
terrifying.
Okay. You know what I said though?
What?
I was like, oh my god, it's a Jewish Voldemort,
Oh my
didn't
god.
he?
Yeah, I could see that. It did look
With
a
the
little bit.
nose and everything.
Yeah. No, I could totally see a
And Zaire's reaction to that thing. What do
one.
you think he's gonna do?
Oh my god, he's gonna piss himself. It's gonna be so.
Are you gonna have to record his reaction?
Yeah, he might actually like come out and be like, "Dude, I actually like pissed myself. I need to like go to you, run to the restroom or something." I don't know. I was like, it's gonna be great. So I wish that there was ways that you could like record a reaction without disturbing people. Like have like a camera in the theater, record someone's
I
reaction.
know how you can do it.
Sort.
I know how too.
Oh,
You can just record his audio.
oh yeah, true. Yeah, that'd be a fun way to do it. So I'll have to try to record his audio whenever I go see it again with him for sure. Him and I are supposed to also see Borderlands at some point together, which I know is going to be really bad, but he's a Borderlands fan, so we're both supposed to be seeing that together soon.
Ash is too, but
It's like, yeah, but
Ash is
outside of that, nah. But yeah, so that alien creature, that was, yeah, it was creepy. There was one part I was getting kind of worried, man. I was like, are they gonna push it this far? Are they actually gonna do this? Whenever Isabel Merced like sticks her hand down her breast and
yeah.
it comes out and it's all gooey and nasty, and then you see him like up looking at her like this and he sticks his tongue out. I was like, oh my god, oh no, are they gonna make her? Are they gonna make it breastfeed? Are they gonna make it breastfeed on her? Like I thought that's what was gonna happen. I thought they were gonna go in that direction, because this is Fetty Alvarez, the same man who did the turkey baster semen thing in Don't Breathe. So it's like, so I wouldn't have put it past him to do a breastfeeding scene. And I was really scared that they were going to do that first. I might have actually ran out of the door if they would have done that. Like I don't think I would have been able to handle that. But I'm glad they didn't. He just ate her instead. But boy, was that truly something? Because I knew whenever she said that she was pregnant, I knew at some point like I was like, oh, okay, they could do something cool with that. I don't know what they could do, but they could do something cool with that. But then making a baby slash xenomorph
You know what I
hybrid,
thought it was
it's
going to
just like
be?
crazy. But
I thought that was going to be Newt.
yeah, that would have been also an interesting way to take it, especially but once I saw that, I thought she was dead, I was like, oh shoot, well, then I guess it's not going to be that. And then once I saw she was alive, give me a little bit of glimmer of hope. And then I was like, wait a second, this is weird that she's alive. I was like, I don't trust this, and it was one of those kind of things. But man, I don't think anybody was expecting that to be the big reveal.
No, and
And
people hate it, but I love it.
and I knew it was going to be something bonkers because Fede Alvarez gave us freaking, like I said, the come in the turkey baster and don't breathe, and he gave us the literally blood rain in Evil Dead remake, which is like it's actually raining blood in that movie. So yeah, I knew that there was going to be something wacky and just completely off the wall that he does. But man, did it deliver for me. I loved that part of it. And like I said, some of the shots during that, like there's a scene when she's running away from the beast, the creature, and you can see it in the fog, just towering over her and running at her. I was like, oh my God, just looking at that image there of him in the fog and the steam or whatever was just like terrifying in and of itself. So yeah, I don't know if like what actor was playing that part, but they sure did a good job. And
Oh, look.
But and the thing looked really cool too. I thought the design of it looked really cool. It looked really terrifying and creepy. Yeah, definitely nightmare fuel. My one complaint that we were talking about, and this coincides with visuals, I was not a fan of the Ian Holm de-aging stuff.
Wait, I don't know. I think that was another actor. Do you know why?
Why?
Because he died.
Well, yeah. Ian Holm is dead, but they were replicating his face, though.
Yeah, I know. But like some people, like they say, like they're thinking like Ash died. They say, how could they bring Ash back? And I'm thinking that's not Ash. You know how they mass produce robots?
That's
It's
true.
the same model.
It's the same. Yeah, it's the same model. Because I even told, because if you watch the original Alien, he becomes a head, not a body in a head, and then after that, he gets blown up in the Nostromo whenever they blow up the actual ship. So yeah,
He's a basketball player. You know, when I play the human xenomorph mutant. You know.
Oh my God, you could definitely tell because he was a huge
He's
dude.
7'7".
Oh my God, no wonder he was towering over. They probably just barely made him taller. Like, you were like, oh, this is used a little bit of something just to make you taller, but not like a lot.
But also, Security Stan's like really short too.
Yeah, she's extremely short, so it makes for that fight scene. They don't really have to do much because of that. So, man. So I love that. I love
He's
that
5'1".
5'1". Oh my God, yeah, up against a 7'7" person. That would be pretty insane. Yeah, no, she that whole thing was just, I'm glad they used a real person, a real xenomorph, like costuming kind of stuff for that and makeup. So that was good.
I hope this one gets some Oscar nominations.
I hope so too. I think it could in like sound and maybe in visual effects. Definitely I could see visual effects for sure.
Yeah,
I could see something like that creeping in there, since they like to do these big tent pole films. But this film was only made for $80 million, And there's a lot of films that are like much more expensive than this that look like shit. And this film looked really good for $80 million. And I was just like, and it made 41 million domestically its opening weekend. So like it's definitely going to make its money back. Like it's doing really, really good. So I'm glad that they're because there's nothing else really coming out. The Crow is going to be not going to do anything against this movie. So it has zero buzz to it. So I'm glad Alien Romulus came out around this time in August so it can succeed and have the legs needed to. My one other criticism besides the de-aging thing, which was interesting, when it first started, that de-aging technology, it looked terrible. It looked terrible when it first started, but then as it went along, it was like they did like a little test run with it at first, and then they were like, oh, okay, here's what we wanted to have, like towards the end of his de-aging thing, but it was still kind of weird. My one biggest negative of the film, though, is that one part. I liked most of the callbacks, but there was that one part whenever Andy sees the xenomorph, and after they just have that amazing set piece that you talked about, that gravity fight.
We'll talk about it.
Which is really, really cool. There's a in that moment, Andy holds up like his gun to the xenomorph, and then says like, "Get your hands, get away from her," and then shoots her, and there's like, "You bitch," or something like that. And I was like, really? Are we like going that far now? Like that's a little bit on the nose. Like, yeah, we know Ripley said that. Woohoo! Oh, it's so cool. But it's like, come on. Especially because technically speaking, now she wasn't even the first person to say it because this takes place before Aliens. So now it's like, I guess Andy was the first person to say it now instead of Ripley. So it kind of takes away from her line a little bit.
Yeah, I thought Andy was the best actor in the movie.
Yeah. Because of his emotionless kind of performance.
And then how he had to change characters 3 times.
Yeah, that was really, really good. But so yeah, since we were just talking about it, you want to talk about that set piece that was like,
oh, really my favorite part. Like, okay, they kill all the aliens, right? Because they have to turn off the gravity. That's the only way that they'll be able to. And they literally have to, like, do gymnastics as they're going upwards and like twist their body around to avoid the acid blood.
So it's just so cool. And then once they get into, like, they realize the elevator doesn't work with the gravity, so they're like swaying inside of this like elevator vault, and then that was an intense sequence because of just the fact that the elevator starts to turn back on again, and then she has to like duck out of the way and make sure that the elevator hits all the xenomorphs, and it was just a really intense thing. That scene had something interesting though. I found it interesting that a xenomorph actually caught her. Like she was falling to her death, and then a xenomorph decided to catch her and like pull her aside and like look at her or something like that. I was like, whoa, what is going on there? That's like interesting. You wouldn't think a xenomorph would do that. You think a xenomorph would just allow you just to drop to your death, but that's interesting. So they've kind of made the xenomorphs into kind of characters themselves too because of that, which is really cool. Gave them kind of their own dynamic. But yeah, that whole fight sequence was epic, and of course, this intense, like almost every scene in this movie, which was like super duper intense, just being on the edge during that whole gravity pool scene. But yeah, there was that scene, and then there's also the scene with like when the oh man, the production design is so good when they're like going into that like tunnel that has like all the other people wrapped up in there and their goo and everything, and you see the eggs and all that. It's like, oh, and then there's of course the scene when like the face huggers underwater, and that one death that happens to that one dude was brutal, where he's like having the acid blood drip all over him. I
Yeah,
was
and the
like,
guy with the
oh,
needle, remember that too? Huh.
oh god, yeah, those were like, those are both really hard to watch. And then it was really sad seeing that one girl, um, who like get chest bursted the way she did, and just because this film did a really good job of making you care about these characters. So then whenever their demise happened, you weren't like completely just like you got him, you deserved it.
About that guy though, the asshole guy.
Mm-hmm.
I think he purposely sacrificed himself.
Oh yeah, the one that got the alien blood, or the alien
Oh, no, the
blood,
needle,
or which one? Oh yeah, the
the
needle
needle.
one. Yeah, yeah.
You know why?
Why?
He sacrificed himself, for his baby.
Oh yeah, true.
Because right before that, you know what they did? They like held hands, and then like before that too, like she asked the girl, "So who's the father?" And like she was like, "Oh, some asshole."
Mm, yeah, that's true. And whenever you see the whenever you see Isabella Mercedes not being let in the door, and he won't open the door, and she presumably dies in that scene. That so we think he's like breaking down in tears after that, because he like realizes his baby was like just taken away from him. So I definitely see where you're coming from on that. I do think that he made that
Now I mean, how he
sacrifice
is deeper. Yeah,
first. Yeah.
because watch the way they hold hands too.
Oh yeah.
You know
Yeah.
how they're like this. Not like normal holding hands.
True. True. I remember
Like a
that.
lock in, like how boyfriend and girlfriend do.
Yeah. That was which was really really good, and which was a nice little subtle reference. And I loved um all the chemistry between the cast too. Like I loved the chemistry of like Andy um Kaylee Spaney's character in this. I thought like they just
Yeah,
they
she was
worked
great.
they worked well off each other. I loved how he kept on like saying those like dad jokes to her and everything, and she was just like
It's not
laughing
like
about it.
Zaire.
Actually, it's more like me. I'm the one that makes all those bad jokes, and he listened to me like, "Oh my god, you're stop that now." um, but it was really really cute to see that dynamic, and especially right before they died, or thought they were going to die. I mean, right before they thought they were going to die, like him just saying all these really bad jokes to her and trying to cheer her up. It was all really sweet, for sure. Which was really nice to see an alien movie like this give you what you want in an alien movie, like the pure horror, all that kind of stuff, but also give you really beautiful amount of heart that you're just like you are really swept up in, and all the like uh character dynamics and everything. So yeah, I do you have anything else you can think about for the spoilers part?
No, not right now. No, I mean just the ending. Do you think
Yeah.
they're gonna feature them again?
Oh yeah, what were those predictions you were thinking of too for the
Okay, okay. I think that the next robot should start with the letter E.
for the letter E? Yeah. Wait, what was that again?
Okay, Ash/Andy,
Yeah.
Bishop.
Oh, Abe. I see what you're saying, right?
No, 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 not that even. Okay, Ash Bishop, and then like okay, and then like Call with Winona Ryder, right? She was an android, right?
Uh, yes.
And then David.
David. Oh yeah.
Ash Bishop call David.
A B C D E. Yeah, that would be great. A B C D E and then F G if they decide to go down that route that many times. But I am really excited for the Alien Earth TV series. I stayed through the whole credits of this movie, hoping that maybe they were going to give us a teaser trailer, but they did give us a little tease. There's like a title tease just to show you that this is happening officially next year. We're coming out with Alien Earth, which will be really cool. It'll be the xenomorphs on Earth, which we saw in AVP, but those aren't canon anymore. So that'll be really cool to see a canonical uh, thing like that actually happen. And that one is from the same creator of Fargo. So that gets me really excited that the Fargo creator is doing an Alien series. So that should.
Oh yeah, too. I'm looking at the differences between the assembly cut. There's actually a lot. You know what they said?
What?
Includes over 30 minutes of extended, alternate, and previously deleted scenes and alternate key plot elements.
Oh wow.
One example of plot differences is that in the theatrical version, the alien burst out of a dog, while in the assembly cut, the alien burst out of a dead ox.
That definitely, my mom would like the assembly cut more than for sure.
Another example is in the theatrical cut, Ripley and the inmates fail to trap the alien in the toxic waste room, while in the assembly cut they succeed. Do you remember Golik, the crazed prisoner? How you don't know what happens to him?
Yeah.
Golik, the crazed prisoner who becomes fascinated with the alien, then escapes with the infirmary, kills the prisoner's standing guard, lets the alien loose at the expense of his own life. This fills the plot hole that was Golik's fate, as in the theatrical version. He just simply disappears from the film.
Wow.
Are you gonna have to watch it now?
Yeah, I will definitely check it out.
Does it sound better or no?
It does sound better. I know I'm not a fan of Alien 3, but I would definitely check out the assembly cut and see if it's something that is better for me or not. Because I know that David Fincher's vision was heavily tampered with. So I'll see though, because I don't know if 30 minutes is enough to completely understand what he was going for, because I don't think he wanted a lot of the stuff that happens in the movie to happen. So but I'll definitely have to check that one out to see how it.
Plus, I love the setting of the prison too.
Yeah, that was cool. And yeah, so Alien Romulus, guys, this film truly is amazing. We absolutely loved it. This is easily one of my favorite movies I've seen this year so far, and I cannot wait to go back and see it again, buy it whenever it's on physical media, just like see this movie as many times as I can. I definitely will be there for it. The movie's pacing, by the way, was excellent. It was like 2 hours long, and I never once felt like it was too long or it was too short or anything like that. It felt seamless on that front. So really, really good job to everyone involved. Fede, you did great. Directing this, all the cast did great. Like, this is finally we are back. The Alien franchise is back, and I am a happy Alien fan. That is what is important here. So,
yep, my dad actually saw the original in the theater too.
Oh man, I got to see it for the re-release, the 45th anniversary.
No, you saw back in '79.
That would have been so cool. I want to.
Like I told you the story though. You know, I haven't told this on the channel yet, but he jumped so bad in the original.
Really?
Some guy in the theater.
Oh my god! I bet you it was the Dallas scene.
No, remember with the cat? How the guy was going to hear kitty kitty, and there's a second of silence.
Oh yeah.
The guy in the theater went meow. Would you jump?
Yeah, I probably would have, because I would have.
Dyer wouldn't jump, would he?
I would have already been on the edge of my seat and
Zaire
Definitely.
wouldn't jump, would he?
Oh no, definitely not.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, he would in the theater though. If somebody would do that.
Oh no, no, he yeah, no, I'm joking. He definitely would.
Oh, he would.
But
You think he admit he would?
yeah, he wouldn't admit he would, but he definitely would. He would deny that he did, but I would have been
Yeah.
like, I'm a witness to it. So,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, great,
Yeah.
great movie. Do you have any final thoughts you want to make?
No, I just loved it. I thought the beginning was a little bit too slow, but still, like when
Yeah.
did you figure out that like Andy was an android?
I figured it out pretty early on. I felt like I kind of predicted it because of his behavior and the way that he was acting. I was like, I feel like the moment I predicted it was like, I think like what as soon as they got onto the ship, I think I
Oh,
like
I figured it out way before that
like yeah,
because
probably
like I heard a review saying and this really cool character called Andy, and the way that he was like moving all slow, and then when he started to tell the joke, I went, he's an android.
yeah, the way he told the jokes, yeah, that's true. The way he told the jokes made it definitely like an android. And didn't they say that like him and like Katie Spaney were like related or something in a way, technically?
Not I mean, related, but not. They weren't really related though. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, like his dad had him before. Her dad had him before.
yeah. So they still kind of grew up in some way with each other. So
Yeah.
uh but yeah, guys, definitely if y'all have the chance, run out to your theater, see Alien Romulus on the largest screen possible with the best sound possible to really enhance your experience because this movie is definitely worth your time. So that'll pretty much do it for this review, guys. As far as stuff coming up, you guys just can like this video, subscribe, share, do all that great stuff as we are going to be doing probably like a lot more stuff on either the Alien franchise. I know we're definitely going to be doing a like more award roundtable stuff here soon. We're also going to be doing some different kinds of reviews for you guys and anniversary screenings. So you guys can definitely stay tuned for all that and much more. So ring that notification bell so you don't miss a video. And also stay tuned because Scare Timber is on the way. My annual tradition leading up to the Mega Spectacular, which is what we're calling it this year. It's going to be our big spooky season thing, but we're going to be doing 2 months worth of spooky season content. So you guys can definitely stay tuned for that. And I'm really excited. So that'll do it for this video. We will see you all in the next one. And until next time, stay spooky, my friends, and keep on watching those horror movies.